See more 1327 species in genus Anthurium at monsterholic.com. How to care for Anthurium Clarinervium. The Anthurium Clarinervium, also known as the velvet cardboard Anthurium, is a stunning houseplant with velvety, textured leaves and occasional heart-shaped flowers. Here's how to care for it. Light, bright, indirect light is ideal. This plant thrives in filtered sunlight or under a sheer curtain. Avoid harsh direct sun, especially during midday hours, as it can scorch the leaves. Insufficient light can lead to stunted growth and lackluster foliage. Watering. Aim for evenly moist soil, but avoid overwatering. Let the top inch of soil dry out slightly between waterings. Overwatering is a major threat, so err on the side of underwatering. Use a well-draining potting mix and a pot with drainage holes to prevent waterlogging. Humidity. Moderate to high humidity, around 50 to 70%, is preferred. Dry air can cause brown leaf edges. You can increase humidity by misting the plant regularly with lukewarm water, avoiding the flowers. Using a pebble tray filled with water, ensure the pot sits above the water level. Grouping your Anthurium Clarinervium with other humidity-loving plants. Temperature. Warm temperatures between 65 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 27 degrees Celsius, are ideal. Protect your plant from cold drafts and sudden temperature fluctuations. Soil and potting. A well-draining, airy potting mix is essential. Similar to orchids, these plants appreciate loose and chunky mixes that allow for good aeration and drainage. Consider using aeroid mix, orchid mix, or a regular potting mix with added perlite or orchid bark. Ensure your pot has drainage holes to prevent waterlogging. Fertilizing. Fertilize sparingly during the growing season, spring and summer only. Apply a balanced liquid fertilizer diluted to half strength once a month. Avoid over-fertilizing, which can damage the roots. Additional tips. Wiping the velvety leaves with a damp cloth can help remove dust and improve light absorption. Avoid using harsh chemicals or cleaning products. Anthurium Clarinervium is not a fast grower. Don't be discouraged if it doesn't put out new leaves frequently. Watch out for common houseplant pests like mealybugs and spider mites. Neem oil solution or insecticidal soap can be used for control. By following these guidelines, you can create a thriving environment for your Anthurium Clarinervium and enjoy its unique beauty for a long time. Remember, with this plant, consistent moisture and avoiding overwatering are key. How to pollinate Anthurium Clarinervium. To pollinate Anthurium Clarinervium, wait until the plant produces a spadix with flowers. Use a small brush or cotton swab to collect pollen from the male flowers, usually found on the lower part of the spadix, and transfer it to the female flowers, typically higher up on the spadix. Repeat this process over several days to increase the chances of successful pollination. After successful pollination, berries will form containing seeds that can be used for propagation. How to propagate Anthurium Clarinervium. Propagate Anthurium Clarinervium through division or stem cuttings. For division, carefully remove the plant from its pot and separate a section of the root ball with at least one growth point and some roots. Repot the division in fresh, well-draining soil. For stem cuttings, cut a healthy stem with at least one node and aerial root. Plant the cutting in moist sphagnum moss or a well-draining potting mix, and keep it in a warm, humid environment with indirect light until roots develop. Where to buy Anthurium Clarinervium? Anthurium Clarinervium can be purchased from specialty plant shops, garden centers, and online plant retailers. When buying online, look for reputable sellers with good reviews to ensure you receive a healthy plant. Some botanical gardens or plant societies may also offer them for sale during plant events or swaps. How fast does Anthurium Clarinervium grow? Anthurium Clarinervium has a moderate growth rate. Under optimal conditions, with bright indirect light, high humidity, and proper watering, you can expect new leaves to emerge every few months. Growth may slow down during the winter months when the plant is not actively growing. How to clean Anthurium Clarinervium leaves. Clean Anthurium Clarinervium leaves by gently wiping them with a soft, damp cloth to remove dust and debris. This not only keeps the plant looking attractive, but also helps with photosynthesis. Avoid using leaf shine products, as they can clog the leaf pores. Regularly cleaning the leaves also gives you a chance to inspect for pests and diseases. Is Anthurium clarinervium rare? Anthurium clarinervium is considered somewhat rare and highly sought after by plant enthusiasts for its striking, heart-shaped leaves with prominent veining. While it is not as common as some other houseplants, it is increasingly available through specialty plant nurseries and online retailers. Its rarity and unique appearance often make it more expensive than more common houseplants. Anthurium clarinervium versus Crystallinum. Anthurium clarinervium displays leaves that are unmistakably heart-shaped, featuring a distinct division at the top. In contrast, Anthurium crystallinum leaves assume a spade-like shape with a less pronounced separation. Furthermore, Clarinervium leaves exhibit a deeper shade of green with more prominent white veins, distinguishing them from the less striking appearance of Crystallinum leaves. Anthurium Clarinervium dark form versus normal. Owning both these velvety beauties is like having twins with different personalities. The normal Clarinervium has this light, almost chartreuse green that shimmers in bright, indirect light. It feels thinner and more delicate, like it could tear if I'm not careful. The dark form, on the other hand, is a drama queen. Its leaves are a deep, mesmerizing emerald, almost black in some light. They're thicker and sturdier, and the veins seem to pop with a silvery sheen. I love the drama the dark form brings, but the classic shimmer of the normal one is a mood lifter. Anthurium clarinervium versus Magnificum. These two are like cousins with similar features, but distinct vibes. My Clarinervium has those heart-shaped, deeply lobed leaves with prominent veins. It's constantly putting out new growth, which is exciting, but can get a little unruly sometimes. Anthurium magnificum, though, has a more defined, elongated heart shape to its leaves. The veins are less pronounced, and it grows at a slower, more manageable pace. I find myself constantly fussing over the Clarinervium, making sure it climbs the way I want it to. The Magnificum, on the other hand, exudes a more relaxed elegance. Anthurium king Clarinervium versus Clarinervium. This battle is all about size. My regular Clarinervium is a charmer, putting out these beautiful, medium-sized leaves. But the king Clarinervium? It's a showstopper. The leaves are enormous, some reaching a foot long. It takes up a lot more space, but the sheer grandeur is undeniable. Watering this giant can be a challenge. I have to soak the whole pot for it to drink deeply enough. The regular Clarinervium is definitely easier to care for, but the king Clarinervium makes a real statement.